Ronald Baula has been an Uber driver for a month now. He drives his newly bought SUV 3 to 4 times a week. For that, he earns an average weekly income of 7,000 pesos. He says Uber is his main source of income. That is why Ronald cannot help but worry after the LTFRB warned of a clampdown on unregistered online ride-sharing providers.
Medyo alarming nga yun sa mga Uber drivers dahil medyo malaki yung penalty na ini-impose ng LTFRB.
Ronald hopes issues will be ironed out soon before August 21, the deadline for operators to secure franchise and license requirements. If they don't, their drivers will be arrested.
It's my first time to ride an app-based private hire vehicle, and now I get a glimpse of why a number of people are patronizing their service. First, it's easy to book a vehicle with just a few clicks on my smartphone. I don't have to deal with picky drivers, and there's no need to haggle for my fare. Plus, if I encounter a problem with the driver, I can always report it through the app.
This is also the reason why Casey Kaharian prefers riding Uber and Grab car vehicles over regular taxi cabs. Casey lives in Novaliches and works the graveyard shift at a BPO company in Ortigas. She's no stranger to rude taxi drivers who would often refuse her destination or ask for extra charge. Casey says she's never had such experience with Uber and Grab car drivers.
Since meron kasing rating feature yung Grab and Uber, siya talagang yung customers, yung sila mababait, yung mga drivers.
Transport network companies only have a week left to register with the LTFRB. GrabCar says it is already accredited by government as a legitimate transport network company. And Uber says it will beat the registration deadline. Both companies say they will comply with the rules set by government. For now, drivers and passengers like Ronald and Casey can only hope for issues to be settled as soon as possible. Christine de Guzman, CNN Philippines.